this planet Earth, it is my belief, is a factory for the production of enlightened beings, of integrated beings. Enlightenment, in my estimation, is conterminous with integration, of being in alignment. All groups and problems here in this harmonic universe number 1 of the third dimension are just exist as tests for us to pass. As we evolve, as we pass these tests, these challenges, the power gained, well, it's just a relief to know that we never have to face the same test again, because you have mastered that energy. For me, relationships brought out the worst within me, brought out anger, paranoia, all of those lower density controlling type energies. But since my Kundalini activation, September 24th of 2021, where I was connected to the universe, to intelligent infinity, and began to be able to take advantage of a higher perspective than my own limited narcissistic ego, I began to experience the same situations that in the past would set me off, would trigger me. But with my connection to intelligent infinity, to the cosmos, to cosmic consciousness, I was able to face those same situations, maintain my integrity, my integration, my enlightenment, and I was able to take refuge in the Dharma. I knew it. I knew. Just put the pedal to the metal and get through this situation and maintain my serenity, my focus, and by any means necessary would I not do what I had done in the past. I passed those tests, and I've never had to face those same tests again. As we evolve, as our energy gets higher in frequency, we graduate from a group to from a dimension of similar energies, of similar people caught up in the similar feedback loops, energy loops, similar prison cells within the digital matrix. As our energy gets higher and as we surmount those tests, as we master those dimensions, as we rise in frequency, we graduate from those dimensions to a more evolved dimension, from the third dimension to the fourth dimension to the fifth dimension to harmonic universe number 2. As we evolve, the groups get smaller, the dimensions become smaller, more defined, until eventually there is only a group of one. And the meaning that the only thing that exists is your union, your integration with the cosmos, with the universe, with intelligent infinity. Because your ego has been mastered. That dimension, the ego entirely exists within harmonic universe number 2, and as a child is a creation of harmonic universe number 1, of dimension 3, the third dimension, of absolutes, right or wrong, good or evil, the ego. When you realize that man is his own star, and the soul that can render an honest and perfect person commands all light, all influence, all fate. It is my belief that it is our task, dear esteemed viewer, our task is the complete realization of the perception of the divine in this world, of bringing heaven to earth, of manifesting the higher frequency dimensions into this harmonic universe number 1 of dimension 3, and thus spreading gnosis, spreading divine knowledge, spreading higher frequencies to those around us. And through our inner work, spiritual practices, our mastery of our energies, of our frequencies, man, through his work, shapes and returns the acquired perception of existence back to the divine. The more you master yourself, your energies, in any situation that has previously been a challenge, but as you master it, you raise the frequency all around you. You bring heaven to earth. Now listen, there are more than 2 billion Earth-like planets with life forms in our universe. Many planets like Earth have existed and perished before our planet even came into existence a few billion years ago, and many will be raised to dust in times to come. It is important to understand this because this planet here is a factory for the production of enlightened beings. We graduate as enlightened and go on to another planet, and another inexperienced soul comes in to evolve and take our place. But we leave our legacy behind. We graduate as enlightened. And everyone has their own particular soul path, their own knowledge, their own divine perspective. Let's call it gnosis. Gnosis, a powerful type of knowledge, of inner knowing that one lives their life by. And this gnosis is given to us. It is given to us from that which is called God or divinity, all that is, the source of all creation, the divine grid programmer. And only one's own gnosis can save oneself. Meaning your path is unique and that you are sovereign. And the more you learn to be self-empowered and discover your own discernment and truth, the more you raise your own frequency and are less beholden to those around you who seek to trap you within their gnosis. Now, this actual gnosis, this divine knowing, is something living and can never be found in books or sermons of others. Yet what books and teachings can do is point towards gnosis and aid those searching for it. That is the divine purpose of the Umbanda New Earth Ashram, and this video in particular. Now, gnosis is defined as both the knowledge gained through experience and the method or science to achieve it. And this is important, the method or the science to achieve it. I'm here to tell you that there is a path to take. There are certain practices. It begins with your thoughts, mastering your thoughts and your intentions, and sending forth with power, with your God force, your intention into this universe, into your universe. You will see change take place. You will see self-empowerment take place. And there are many groups of different stages of evolution working together on this same planet. And you have to learn to discern those who are in your particular environs. Some people are not there for your best interest. Some people are there to destroy your lives. They will tell you so. Some certain lifestyle habits will destroy your life. But according to their level of evolution, these groups, they will see the problems and their solutions in different ways. Groups tend to congregate around energy, those energies that each member of the group is most accustomed to. And they are trapped by those energies until they learn to raise their own energy and escape that dimension or their level of evolution. Now, they will not easily accept, these other higher dimensions will not easily accept people of lower evolutions because they do not want bad apples in their groups. And they will tend to cast out people. It works both ways. If you're around people that don't want to talk about God or they hate Christians or whatever, they don't believe in any of this stuff, well, you're going to see that it's oil and water. They don't mix. So people of higher evolution will not necessarily who live in higher dimensions will not necessarily be able to stand or mix for very long with lower evolution energy groups. But the higher evolution, the higher energy will raise the frequency of the lower dimensions, the lower frequencies. And that is the very definition of service to others or light workers or what we as star seeds are meant to do here. to spread the light, to spread gnosis, to raise frequency. And we graduate with honors from groups which throw us out. Those people that we leave behind, that is our graduation. This base, this third dimension harmonic universe number one, this is all what certain people want to seek. That is what they are comfortable with, and that's all they ever want to be part of. They will go to other planets and they will learn their lessons as this planet ascends. But eventually, as we evolve, our groups will get smaller and smaller. Eventually, there will just be a group of one. Unity consciousness, the law of one. Because all who are on this path, as you ascend to higher dimensions, you find that the ego falls away. The higher dimensions, we are a group of one, the law of one, unity consciousness. Now, gnosis, there is a certain practice and method. I'm talking about scientific method. And I'm gonna leave this with you. And I've talked about this in the past, but the power of words. Study the power of words. The power of your words, your energy behind your word, the intention of your words, the energy of your intention. There are certain sacred words. In the Hindu tradition, they're called mantra, which have power. And when repeated under proper conditions to produce these extraordinary powers of ascendance, you will see reality conform to your higher vibration. We are living in the midst of miracles today. There is no limit to your power, the power of words and the power of your mind when it is integrated, when it is enlightened, when it is in congruence. Now, Yeshua said, I took my stand in the midst of the world, and in flesh I appeared to them. I found them all drunk, and I did not find any of them thirsty. My soul ached for the children of humanity, because they are blind in their hearts and do not see, for they came into the world empty, and they also seek to depart from the world empty. But meanwhile, they are drunk. They are drunk with their five senses illusions. When they shake off their wine, when they sober up, then they will change their ways. Now, this method, mantra, the science of mantra, I've talked about. It was what took me from one path of life, saved me from sure perdition, the road to damnation, to the very gates of hell where I was going. Mantra, the science of sound known as mantra. This is the method. This is the science. This is not just mere words. This is not just mere me trying to make a video. I'm talking about, I am advocating and encouraging you to investigate the science of sound known as mantra. And it was the application and practice of mantra that directly led to my freedom from the bondage of the pharaohs, from the bondage of this life of harmonic universe number one, from the type of life and where I was at that certain level, ultimately in my life. It was not a good path, I can tell you. So I'm giving you a powerful scientific method to change your life no matter where you're at. If it's in not a good spot, the science of mantra, this practice will liberate you. And this mantra, this practice completely healed me from that path I was on, this Kundalini activation, which completely changed the course of my life for the better. And it's been over 2 years since that happening. And I've been on this path. Every day I've been making videos, sometimes a few a day. I only increase in my conviction that this path that I am on is the path. This is the prelude of light, of gnosis, of universal Christ cosmic consciousness. And it is a power that I am attempting to share, because I know that as each person picks up on this conviction that I'm attempting to communicate, that the light will grow, the light will spread, the dimensions will increase, the groups will become one. The unity consciousness law of one. The sons of light, the children of light the sons of the law of one, because the sons of Belial, the sons of darkness, are active. And everything is energy. Every situation in your life is if it shows up as a physical challenge or some kind of obstacle in your life, look at the energy behind that situation and master that energy. And I've been on this path for over 2 years now, completely healed of the lifestyle habits that I was imprisoned with. And I'm telling you, the power of this mantra, this path, this spiritual path, I've experienced it, and I'm eternally grateful for it. If there's anyone out there that is imprisoned within the digital matrix or imprisoned with any sort of nefarious lifestyle choices, you must realize your body is the temple of God. You must clean up your act. You must clean up your environs and ascend. You must raise your vibration, because listen to me. Listen to me well. I achieved my enlightenment in this world, in the darkest depths of the Kali Yuga, surrounded by demons that were hell-bent on taking me down and putting me into the same traps that they were in. Now, that is because, I was raised Christian, and that is mostly how I understand the spiritual dimensions. It's angels and demons and heaven and hell. That's what I was inundated with and enculturated with. Now, just the same, I can also realize that as part of this Kundalini activation, my soul realized that it was trapped in its physical genetic vehicle, and it wanted to escape. But I understood it as being trapped in hell. But as I've gained perspective and gained enlightenment, I've also realized that it was a matter of the soul waking up, fully waking up, coming online and realizing that it was trapped in this physical harmonic universe number one of dimension 3. And I want to tell the world, I want to tell you, dear esteemed viewer, what I have learned and how I got this enlightenment. That is what the purposes of Beyond Bond the New Earth Ashram is all about. And I am here in the flesh. I'm here on YouTube, on BitChute, on Facebook, whatever. I am in the flesh telling you this gnosis, this divine power, unlike the God that appeared to Moses behind a fiery and smoky bush in the mountain beyond everybody's sight. And perhaps that's why you're not listening or believing me when I tell you about the power of the God force. I see people daily that are preconceived and believe blindly what they have been told by the priests, by organized religion. I don't see anybody not satisfied with what has been told, repeatedly seeking for critical knowledge, for gnosis, for divine knowledge. My heart and soul is painful thinking about the future of the humanity of the current harmonic universe number one. They are ignorant and do not want to know. They all came into this world innocent, but have been manipulated and exploited. And they also want to have peace when they die. They came into this world without any knowledge, without any gnosis. And they want to die without gaining any gnosis, any divine power. They want to waste this particular incarnation when we have all incarnated at this very propitious, momentous time in the ascension of this planet. It is not their fault, but that of selfish priests, of organized religions who made them stupid, who made them sheep, who made the blind to follow the blind. Once they come out of the influence of the priests, the pastors, the gaslighting of organized religion, once they surmount their religious trauma syndrome, they will know what is real and what to do. Yeshua also said, if the flesh came into being because of spirit, that is a marvel. But if spirit came into being because of the body, that is a marvel of marvels. And simply that is not possible. Yet I marvel at how this great wealth has come to dwell in this poverty. You, as a light being, your avatar of light, as a son and daughter of light, Yeshua marvels at how this great wealth, this kingdom within, has come to dwell in this poverty of this forsaken world. The soul or spirit is bound to spend its accumulated karmic burden as pure immutable cosmic laws, directs the growth of a body. That is a wonder. But if the mind came into being because of the body, that is a wonder of wonders. But if God, who is a spirit, came into this world this fallen planet of harmonic universe number one, to create Adam's body of this flesh, this genetic vehicle, that is a wonder of wonders. I lament at how this great wealth of soul, of spirit, of your divine power, your gnosis, has come to reside in this ignorance of the people, of ignorance of their God power. And we, on this path, certainly on this path, it is important to understand that what is required is a new science of spirit, of the soul. And it should combine scientific precision with a description of how the consciousness of the soul manifests itself, how we bring heaven to earth. Because when we know the true nature of our God power, of our soul, then we realize that its essential property is to express itself in the physical world in all possible ways. The consciousness of the soul is spontaneously expressed as goodness and love, understanding and wisdom, as a primordial aspiration towards transcendence. So let this be a prelude of light. Let these words, these gnosis, let this testimony guide you in the days ahead to ascend beyond this fallen planet and reach for the stars and reach for your divine heritage, which is the kingdom of light within, which is our avatars of light that we will all inherit as we embrace unity consciousness and the law of one. Namaste. Namaskaram. Oh yeah, hit the subscribe button and leave this video a thumbs up.